I was somewhere in India when the shrooms began to take hold. In early April, I was bestowed the gift that is the cultural experience of Coachella. This is something I've been wanting to go to ever since, shit, I don't even know, a very long time. And fortunately, shout out to my bro, 2022 was the year it happened. But having gone through the joys, terrors, surprises, and all-around chaos that is this 3-day festival, I figured I'd give you guys Nuka's do's and don'ts of Coachella. It was quite the surprise that when I told my Twitch chat about it, a lot of people seemingly didn't know what Coachella was. This annual cultural festivity that hundreds of thousands of party-goers, rave-havers, and spiritually like-minded attend. But fear not, I'm here to educate. See, in the early 90s, much like today, Ticketmaster had quite the monopoly over venue sales and just ticket prices in general, which made it really difficult for anyone that wanted to attend a festival to have fun. But a hero emerged. A company by the name of Golden Voice decided to host a protest festival in Indio, California, in hopes to bring attention to Ticketmaster's price gouging. And surprisingly, it worked, with a turnout of over 25,000 for the first time. But it was not the most profitable for them the first time around. But Golden Voice knew single headliners wasn't enough, so they single-handedly developed one of the best ideas in music festival history. They'll just, you know, lump a whole bunch of artists together and have everybody come for that. And it worked beautifully, with each year getting bigger and bigger, eventually forcing them to expand to 2 weeks, which while the idea faced a little hesitation at first, upon announcement, week 2 instantly sold out. It got so crazy, even one year they brought fucking Tupac back from the dead, I don't know. Shit was nutty. But like all amazing protests with such heavy notoriety, soon came heavy drug use. People began to realize that the experience of Coachella as a whole was perfect for that, combined with drug use and intense trips. Drug use has always been very entwined with rave culture. While I don't recommend it personally, I was absolutely toasted off the shrooms. Felt like I was in my own world bubble. Shit was wild. But it wasn't all peaches and sunshine. Having witnessed everything Coachella had to offer and getting the full experience of it, here's my suggestions on what you should and shouldn't do for your first festival. Starting off with what you should bring. Obviously, this is a 3-day camping festival out in the desert, so you're gonna need everything necessary, you know, for that style of living. This includes plenty of backup portable chargers, water, just extra of everything you can think of. Obviously, you know, you gotta transport all this shit back and forth, but you will definitely always need extra. We needed extra stakes for the tent, because day 0 of the event, winds were reaching 45 miles per hour at night, tents were getting flown across and shit, people were... So you gotta be prepared and stake that shit down. Bring extra. Extra body wash for the showers in case yours spills, extra weed in case you need to, you know, crash out at night because somebody's throwing a rave right next to your tent. Extra Tums and plastic bags too, because let me tell you, the ride up through the valley was a rough one. I had just come down from an intense panic attack that brought me to the ER, which left my body in a weird state of shock. This and the windy roads of Coachella Valley itself left me with a few spew moments, so prepare for that. Having started this race with an upset stomach, I needed to steady my pace, so I wasn't taking anything or drinking anything really besides water for the first 2 days. Also, I'm not sure why, but there was just a plethora of people that would come up to me and say things along the lines of or cool hat or whatever, but I wasn't wearing a hat the entire time. That was the one thing I forgot, so I was constantly reminded this is a marathon, not a sprint, so I had to play it smart. Maybe a few light chiefs here and there, a nibble off the shroom bar, but that was it. Even those nibbles got me a little uneasy. You get this angsty sort of feeling off shrooms that makes everything feel a little off and the breathing a little different. But once you really get going off the shrooms, boy was I sent. You really start to notice it at night when the lights start looking like this, and it's not just your vision being blurred. You can scrub your eyes all you want, but it ain't changing. This and an overwhelming sense of euphoria made some of the shows like Duke Dumont insane. While absolutely fried, I was pondering the thought of, is this necessary? Did I need to be absolutely blasted for this experience? And while, you know, the obvious answer being no, a trip of a lifetime in a place like this did make for quite the experience. I don't think I could have achieved otherwise. Not to say one's better or worse, but this was intense in all the right ways. This was an experience no amount of weed could make me forget, and I strongly believe that every everyone should experience it, however you'd like. Because the inspiration and creativity that came to mind was like no other. I had taken a piece of Coachella home with me, so as soon as I got back, I updated my stream with a little bit of equipment. That way I wouldn't have to wait so long for the next one. But who knows what events might unfold before then. We'll just have to wait and see.